Where are we today and what are we up to? Can you see that? That's a great German word for you. Rostver, it's going out of focus. Still getting used to the camera. It's a big German word that I can't pronounce anyway. Rostvergenschmiegelsneiden. And some seam sealer. So today's rant is, where am I? The guys from the Florida van man will be able to tell you. They'll know all about this. I'm going to give away a free Zamdog television t-shirt to anybody that can tell me where I am today. The amazingly competent government we've got in the UK and Scotland. Now remember, the UK is an island, it's not actually very big. I think we're heading towards lockdown number 2, which is just fantastic, isn't it? My goodness. I've got a healthy attitude. My daughter worked abroad for a couple of years. I love people coming to visit my country, my city. Tourism's a great earner for Scotland, that's disappeared. Same as my industry. If the UK government had stopped people coming in and out of our country, stopped the planes, stopped the boats, tested everybody that came across the border, made them quarantine, the UK/Scotland should have been able to beat the coronavirus in a matter of a couple of months. Glasgow has, what, 75% of all the immigrants and asylum seekers in Scotland in it, and these people have been nothing but a bonus for the city and our country. The food in this city is absolutely amazing. You can get everything from Russian, Mongol food, Indian, Chinese, Szechuan, all that. It's a great place for grub. I should get a job with the Glasgow Tourism Board if such a thing exists. So anyway, all they had to do was close the borders, anybody that came through, made them quarantine, and we would have beaten this. It looks like we are on the cusp of lockdown number 2, so I'm absolutely raging. But anyway, I don't know how well the phone's picking this up. As I said before, it's a new phone. James McKenna told me to turn the phone sideways and I'll get a better shot. So this is the thing that catches the water from the roof of the fan. I've wire brushed it, flappy paddled it, rust protected it ×3. There's still some black pitting in here. I was talking to the anointed one earlier on. I think if you took a welding machine onto one of these black pits and put a little tack on it, MIG welds don't stick to rust, so I think that's the way of doing this. However, I repeated that process 3 times and then I went and I bought some of this really posh rust eater that nobody, Gav Everin, if I can even read that, might be able to pronounce it for me. He's stayed in Germany for a few years now, but I haven't got a clue what it says. So next step is I'm going to whack in some trusty old seam seal, and hopefully that'll be this repair done. It's been really horrible up top of the van, which the roof is absolutely filthy. To try to maximise my resources, look at that, that looks like something from an alien movie, doesn't it? To try to maximise my resources, what I have did is used, get this one, Domestos. I'm not advertising for Domestos. It's an oven cleaner. This stuff's absolutely great, breaking down grease and crap. So I've sprayed that into, this is part of the thing that collects water, where the seam seal is still intact, so let's see if we can find where it goes from. Right, so that's the bit I've cleaned up, and this is the bit that's okay. So I want to whack some seam sealer in here as well. That looks quite clean. To make the most of the resources I've had, what I've been doing is, when I've been wiping this stuff off, don't try this at home children, I'm hanging off the side of a van while using oven cleaner, which I think is fairly caustic and not very good for you. Right, so clean that out, that looks as if it's come up okay. I'll put some fresh seam sealer in there anyway once I've given it a hit with some sandpaper to roughen it up a little bit, but That's cleaned up okay. Right, now this is now covered in seam sealer. And we have tar spots in the roof of the van. There's one there. So I've been sticking the damp cloth. Oh, the camera works, it's absolutely amazing today. Sticking the pieces of damp cloth on the roof to help break down the tar spots. And it doesn't seem to be working. The van sat outside for a couple of years in a farm, so I can only presume this stuff here, maybe resin from a tree or something like that. So anyway, I'm hating the Scottish and the British governments just now. I'm loving the weather in Glasgow. Absolutely beautiful. This is a horrible job. Gary MacArthur was down there earlier on, I was talking to him, and it gets to a point where I don't really want to do this again. It's a lot of work, so I may as well try to do the best job I can do. Right, so I'm going to leave it at that. 6 minutes of me ranting about governments and old vans. So thanks for watching today's little another riveting episode of the old Zamdog TV. I hope you are all safe and sound where you are, and let's hope we can get through this absolute madness. Okay, right, bye bye.